Bro, I didn't even know it was going to get picked up. We were the last pilot
Wild.
that got shot for this season because Whitney had already. Everybody had all this other stuff, but the schedule has already said they wanted James Burrows, who directed Taxi,
Which is the
Cheers.
man. Yeah.
And so they waited till the last minute. We shot the pilot, by the way. It went unreal except for this one part that the audience just didn't get. And so Whitney and Kat Dennings, our star, one of our 2 stars, stayed with this incredible actress, and they rewrote till like 3 a.m. the night they let the audience go home.
Wow.
And they rewrote this scene until it worked.
Wow.
And then I never even got a call that it got picked up. My downstairs neighbor, who is in acquisitions in film and television, I'm driving home from Santa Monica. All the lists are coming out. We're not on any of them. And I go, damn. And I remember telling Kat, I was like, I think like I'm a pretty good judge of what might be successful. Not necessarily funny or not funny, but like I think this will connect with a lot of people. And I do think we were really funny. And I go, if this doesn't go, I'm like, what the fuck? And that's a famous, I think, not famous, I mean a common way to believe that like what you're doing. Because I've been part of stuff where I'm like, this ain't gonna go. This fucking sucks.
Mm-hmm.
But this one was amazing.
Mm-hmm.
And then we never got a call. And then my downstairs neighbor called me. And he was like, dude, congrats, man. And I was like, and then I was at a stoplight and I pulled up the internet on my phone and I was like, oh my God. My agent never called me.
Was it a Variety alert or something?
It was like this. Yes, it was like
Deadline?
It was in Deadline. I still never got a call. I never got a call from my agent.
Are you still waiting for the call?
Bro, my agent, who I haven't been with in 25 years, still never called me. Never called me to say, like, what's up? Yeah. I think they called my manager.
You're not with them anymore.
No.
You want to name the agent? No.
No.
Was it a big agency?
No. I left them before the pilot.
An idiot.
Well, we had like a lot of there was like a lot of yeah.
You agree that agents don't do anything?
I think that agents, well, I think that if you have the right agent, like Jack Nicholson's famous agent,
yeah,
but you have to have somebody.
One in fucking
well, that's the
5
thing.
generations,
Dude,
bro.
The hardest thing is that
Sandy.
That's
Sandy
right.
had 3 people. You know what I mean? Jack was one of them.
Yeah. No, you're right. But I think for me, I like the agency that I'm with, but I have such a close connection with my manager.
Mm-hmm.
And I feel like he's like my day-to-day guy. Because I feel like if I have one person, but I also have a voiceover agent that I've had who I think is like one of the smartest people I've ever met. She's unreal.
Mm-hmm.
And I just, like, I love having her in my life.
Mm-hmm.
But I've had, I mean, I'm sure like most people, I've had a lot of bad agents.
Oh, yeah.
Oh, yeah.
Listen to that. Here comes their 1982 radio DJ.
Welcome back to the Bad... It's Sam Elliott. Welcome back to Bad Agents Podcast, where we have callers call in about their worst experiences. I'll go first.
Yeah, I love hearing about what this... I want to get into that, but... Hold on. So it's crazy. I didn't even plan to go down that rabbit hole, but that's such a huge get, bro. And it's so beautiful. And I remember when that pilot was hot and it was called Two Broke Bitches. You remember that, right?
That bitches?
Yeah, that show was called Two Broke Bitches.
Not our pilot.
Yeah.
Was that what it was originally called?
I probably have that script.
You know what's funny is
not to be in it just because it was I got a bunch of pilots that year.
So that happens. That doesn't surprise me at all.
Two broke bitches.
Because they want something catchy right away that they'll change later.
Yeah.
I got one of the last versions of the script before they started auditioning people because...
Wouldn't it be great if they kept a name?
I mean...
In 2023.
No, but the year before they had Shit My Dad Says.
Yes, I do remember that. I think that was Shatner.
Yeah.
Yep.
And my buddy Jonathan Sadowski was the guy.
Wow.
And he, by the way, was the 3rd or 4th guy to play that dude. They had like cast somebody and they'd replace... I swear he was like the 3rd or 4th guy.
So you went on, your life changed forever. I have to say one thing, a comment. What were you really broke at the time? Somewhat broke or not broke?
So I had done a lot of commercials. I was fortunate enough to have a face that sold beer, and the issue was though that I'm a year before I had booked this sketch pilot with Jamie Foxx.
Okay,
and it was awesome. Like that had already happened, and that was
his show, or he was producing it.
He was producing it, and he was in it.
What was it called?
It was originally called After Party.
I remember that.
And it had Eric Andre, Kyle Dunnigan, Dana DeLorenzo, Erica Ashe, Nika Williams, who's Zendaya's mom on Euphoria now.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, Rob Stapleton. It had some, I mean, everybody was
It was stacked.
Stacked, dude. People were fucking talented on that show. It was really fun. And Afion Crockett was, so then he was like the main guy. So it was like his show, and then they sort of cast us around him.
I think I remember this. Okay. Was it Fox?
It was Fox.
Yeah, I remember this
And
show.
it was a really fun, that was as crazy of an audition process as the Two Broke thing. So I think that's sort of why the Two Broke thing, I just like remained positive and just sort of like, this is fun. Like, you're just sort of having a good time, because the Jamie, the show, the after party, that audition process took just as long, and was like, we didn't know anything until we got there, because I think that they were still trying to figure it out. And like SNL, Mad TV, that type of stuff, they wanted to see how you were on your feet. So even though they were, I mean, like, Jamie couldn't have been nicer, more helpful, more generous, you know, but like the process of it was sort of like, well, let's figure it out. Like, how would you do this? Because they want to see you, you know, how you are under pressure.
2 times so far, you're telling me the jobs you've gotten with what I call super creative auteurs. You know what I mean? So Jamie and Whitney, you can't ask for 2 better champions in your corner. I mean, because this is that any job worth my salt that I ever gotten was the same way.
Yeah.
It was with a creative person. David O. Russell, when I got 3 Kings, I read for the role. He's like, yeah, no, it's not the role. And he took a script and he goes, take this, go in the toilet, memorize it, and come back in 30 minutes. And then I went in, I did it. And he goes, not bad. Try it again and come back in 30 minutes. And I was there for 4 hours.
Wow.
And it's a longer story than that, but literally, I went to the toilet and I was using the urinal. He came up next to me and he goes, on the back, he goes, you memorize it yet? But that's what it was. And I was there till like 8 o'clock at night. Mary Vernew, God bless her, and it was Warner Brothers a lot. And we just stayed, and he's like, you got to get this. We got to figure this out. And he just worked with me.
It's people that have a great eye for talent, I think, and understand that if not that you don't just some people just show up and they like do the thing, but to see this, and he goes, it's in there.
Yes.
And to take the time
Yes.